Hello and what's up guys, welcome back to another amazing tutorial from Team Supreme Gamers. I'm your host, Ghostface, and this is our official installation guide for Phoenix OS Darkmatter. In this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to install Darkmatter XO 4.6 on your PC using our Exe Installer. We'll also focus on troubleshooting some common partition and booting issues that you might face during your installation. So first of all, let's open up our browser and download the Phoenix OS Darkmatter Exe Installer from the website. Just search for Supreme Gamers on Google and click on the first result you get. This is our official website where you can find all the information and guides that you need to set up Phoenix OS Darkmatter. Alright, that's better. Now just go to the website's resources section and click on the first pinned post. Here you can see it's XO 4.6 and you'll need to make an account to get the download link. Let me just quickly log in using my Discord account. And now we're back. Click on the Resources tab again, and now you can see the big green download button on the right. In the first tab, you'll get an overview of our project. And in the Updates log, you can see the changes of the latest release. If you click on the Release tab, you'll get download links for Darkmatter including some old releases. The green download button will always take you to the latest Darkmatter release. Now wait for 25 seconds here as this step is necessary to reduce server load on our download mirrors. I have already downloaded the setup on my desktop. Here you can see it's Darkmatter XO 4.6. Let's open it and start the installation process. So as you can see, this is our new Exe Installer design. It has been improved to give you a simple UI with less bugs. Now select your installation type. I suggest using ext4 because it gives better performance. Now choose Auto Install method here, and it will automatically install all the required software for you. Okay, now this command pop-up will install DiskGenius Partition Tool and Paragon EXTFS software, which are required to make an ext4 partition and copy files to it. Now you need to patch your ext4 drivers. If you don't patch these correctly, you won't be able to mount your ext4 partition. So just follow these steps to patch them. Now click Next and click on Partition Tool. This will launch DiskGenius Partition Manager. It's used to make the ext4 partition. As you can see, I have 5 primary partitions because I'm using a GPT partition scheme. For legacy MBR, you can only make 4 primary partitions, so keep that in mind. To make a new partition, you just right-click and resize the partition. You will want at least a 10 GB partition. Now click on Start, and it will begin the process. So if you have legacy MBR partition, then just empty your fourth partition and delete it. Then right-click on it and make a new partition. Change the file system type to ext4 Linux and click OK. Then click on Save All to save the changes. Now just close the Disk Genius and proceed with the installation. Now there will be another command pop up. This will automatically mount the ext4 partition that you just made. There's no need to change anything here, just click Next and choose your installation partition. For some reason, if you don't get your partition here, we're just getting an error on extracting files. Just open Paragon EXTFS and restart its service. After that, unmount the volume again and format it to ext4 using Paragon. Then mount the volume and go one step back in the installer. Then go one step forward again and choose the partition that you just made and click Next. Here you'll see another command pop up. It will install grub to win on your system. Just wait until the pop-up auto closes and you'll see that the installation has started. If you get any errors here, make sure you don't have ext2fsd installed on your system. If you have these, just remove them and reboot. Then start the Exe Installer again and click Next until you get back to this step. Now just wait for the installation to complete. It shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. Alright, congratulations! You've successfully installed Phoenix OS Darkmatter. Now just click Finish and wait for the last command pop-up to clean up the temporary files for you. Before rebooting, I like to open Paragon and verify the ext4 partition to see if it gives any error message and to also disable the Mount Automatically settings. This is a necessary step to avoid your partition from being damaged by Windows. One more thing I like to do is check the Darkmatter files and make sure they match with your grub settings. So just open grub to win from the desktop and make sure this area is green. If not, then click on Set EFI Firmware Order and make grub to win the default boot manager. Now just choose your graphic resolution according to your screen. You can also change default grub wallpaper and colors if you like. Now let's go to Manage Boot menu and check your grub configuration. This is your standard multi-boot grub settings. If you want to add something in like code to fix your external monitor, you can do it from here without getting any error messages during saving the settings. So just copy the grub code from the website and paste it after src =/ on the notepad. Now press Ctrl S to save and then close it. Click OK and apply settings. If If you are getting low resolution Windows boot logo, then just change its resolution here according to your monitor resolution. And if you want to use this grub to win on Darkmatter 4.4, then just replace this find me with dark.matter in the grub settings. Now close everything and reboot. You can also use this Darkmatter boot shortcut to boot directly to the grub to win menu. One more important step for those of you who are not booting into grub to win by default is to go to your BIOS setup by pressing the manufacturer's assigned key. Then go to Boot Options and disable Secure Boot and Fast Boot if you see it anywhere. Now open OS Boot Manager and put the grub to win above Windows Boot Manager. You can use F5 or F6 to change the values, and F10 to save changes and exit. And now you can see you've directly booted into grub to win menu. Choose Phoenix OS Darkmatter and always boot with the primary kernel for the first time. One more small trick you can do here on this menu is you can edit it here by pressing E, and as you can see, this is my external monitor code that I've set on the primary kernel. Since I'm not using an external monitor now, let's just remove it and press Ctrl X to boot with this configuration. The first boot might take some time, around 5 to 8 minutes depending on your hard disk speed. Now we're at the Phoenix OS welcome screen. Click Next, Next, Next to complete the installation. And congratulations, you've successfully made it into Phoenix OS Darkmatter desktop. Man, this wallpaper's pretty good looking. The guy who made it must be a genius. So let's jump into settings real quick and see what we got here out of the box. As you can see, it's Phoenix OS Darkmatter version 4.6 with the Phoenix OS kernel 4.14.15 and Mesa 17.1, which is pretty basic for games like PUBG. Now it's time to supercharge the system with Gearlock and its packages. So just open up the Gearlock app from the menu and make it full screen. Also grant it root access. You can also press Alt plus F1 then type Gearlock to run this. But we're going to use the app for this tutorial since I can't record when I use Alt plus F1. So this is our new Gearlock developed by yours truly, Axon. It looks really cool with this new design and colors. It also has some new features like gear tune and internal audio and video recording support. So now all you need to do is choose option 1 to supercharge your system and wait for the process to complete. It should take around 2 to 5 minutes. Now I'll just reboot my system and choose any other kernel like 4.19.97 because it supports my Wi-Fi driver thanks to HMAvoid154. If you've got any kernel issues, he's the right person to contact. So now we've supercharged our system and booted with the secondary kernel as you can see here in the settings. But we still need to download a few things to turn this thing into a gaming beast. Go ahead and open your browser and search for Supreme Gamers and choose the first option. Alright, now let's go to Resources section and download some Gearlock packages. Why don't we download the latest Mesa 19.3.4? You will need to be logged in to do this. Remember, you can use your Discord ID. Now let's head back to the Resources section. Let's check out this Darkmatter Essential Apps Pack 3.0. Let's see, it has an updated Aurora Store app, YouTube Advanced, some advanced features, and some nice wallpapers and theming elements. Yeah, let's try this. Alright, I've downloaded the Gearlock package. Now let's copy them to the Gearload folder. This is where all of your GXP files go. Now let's copy that Mesa to the Gearload folder too, and run Gearlock to install them. Choose option 5 to install Gearlock packages, then select the package you want to install. Let's first install the Essential App Pack. Now wait for extraction and choose the install mode you want. I like the advanced mode because it gives me more control over the apps I want to install. Once it's done installing everything, just press R to reboot and all the changes will be made. Now that we are back, I want to show you how to change the wallpaper without needing to crop it. Just right click or press and hold on the desktop and choose Wallpapers. Grant it permissions and make sure to make it full screen. Now just close the app and open it again, and you will see everything is set to landscape instead of portrait. Now choose your wallpaper and resize it using the scroll wheel or touchpad. Fit it to the size you want and click Set Wallpaper. Wow, this is looking pretty good to me. Now let's install our Mesa 19.3.4 packages. Open Gearlock, choose option 5, then choose Mesa 19.3.4 and wait for it to finish installing. Now we've successfully booted with Mesa 19.3.4. Let's check the settings real quick and confirm. As you can see here, it's Mesa 19.3.4. So now let's move to our kernel install guide. Go back to the Supreme Gamers website. Alright, let's download kernel 4.19.97. I know Darkmatter 4.6 already has this kernel pre-installed, but the reason I'm showing you is so you can see that the kernel and Mesa install methods are the same, and if you face any Wi-Fi or LAN issues with the pre-installed kernel that were not present in previous releases, then you can use this and its firmware to fix those kinds of issues. Here's a quick fix so you can download large mega files in Firefox. Now that the download is done, just copy the GXP file to the gearload folder like before. Then launch the Gearlock app and choose option 5 again. Here you can see firmware files are being extracted. Just press Y if you want to install the firmware, which is recommended, or if you don't have any issues with the stock firmware, press N. Now just wait for the process to complete and reboot your system with the primary kernel. That's one reason why I wanted to show you this kernel installation guide. If you install any kernel from the Gearlock packages, it will always replace your primary kernel. So now, as you can see, we've successfully booted with kernel 4.19.97 and Mesa 19.3.4. Now it's time to get this beast ready to play PUBG, because we know it's all about PUBG right now. Type PUBG in the comments if you are a PUBG player. Open Gearlock and press T to turn on Gear Tune. Keep in mind, Gear Tune is still in beta, so you might get some issues using it. So just use L speed if you do. So now, since we are using Mesa 19.3.4 instead of stock one, GL Tools is required to unlock 60 frames per second on it. So let's open GL Tools and do a normal install. Your system will do a quick reboot, and after that you can configure GL Tools for PUBG Mobile. Now enable the fake GPU info and choose the template you like. I use Mali G76 because it works best for me, and change the OpenGL version to 3.0. Keep in mind that you'll need to install GL Tools every time you change your Mesa version. Now let's just open PUBG Mobile and let me show you a quick fix for those people who are complaining about Game Helper Beta crashing when starting the game. See how simple that is to fix? So I'll leave you here with this TDM I'm playing in the Indian server because they have less cheaters and generally good people. Also, my ping is high due to my VPN, but that didn't affect my gameplay. Alright guys, take care of yourself, stay home and stay safe, and thank you for watching. I'm your host Ghostface, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Oh, you're stupid. Burn it as my fuel, yeah. Cause we're running out of time. So I'm gonna make it mine. The chosen one, I'm not the one I underestimate. I want the throne, I learned to crush obstruction, rush through barricades, levitate. Got it tatted on me, told them follow me. They see the vision, now it's 2020. Clear as Tahoe laces, clear as day. No longer move around in fear, disarray. Pray you hear me like the winter wind against your window pane. Feel the bass, baby, soak it in and let it marinate. It's time to hustle, gotta muscle up and run through barricades, yeah.
Special structure, rush through barricades, levitate, got it tatted on me, told them follow me, they see the vision, now it's 2020, clear as Tahoe, Lexus, clear as day, no longer move around in fear, disarray, pray you hear me like the winter wind against your window pane, feel the bass, baby soak it in and let it marinate, it's time to hustle, gotta muscle up and run through